GMGM, everyone. I am Peter from Nearweek, the official weekly Near Protocol newsletter and community platform, and I'm delighted to be back after the summer holiday with another monthly Near Protocol town hall. I hope you all got to touch some grass, or at least have planned to do so. Remember, the open web revolution we're all working on is a marathon, not a sprint, even though it may not feel that way. Once again today, we have a tight schedule. So many great updates and projects building, and there's the Chain Signatures launch going live in exactly 1 hour from now, 4 p.m. UTC, directly streamed from the Near Protocol official X profile. Remember to tune in. Serious Alpha about to drop, as in Serious Alpha. So we're going to skip the ecosystem highlights sections today. Instead, we've compiled it into a thread, which will be posted shortly after the show. However, before we do get started with our first presenter, a man of many names, godfather of AI, the Black Dragon, the Touched One, I do want all of you to take a look at this X post from McKenna and let it sink in. On a year-to-date performance, Near is one of top 3 performing L1 assets, with the together with the 2 top 4 market cap projects, Solana and Ethereum. On that note, let's fucking go over to you, Ilya. Take it away, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Great to be here. Hope everyone's having kind of happy Chain Signatures Day, as we're gonna know this day going forward. So let's go to the next slide. I think we have old slides. Okay, now we have new slides. Cool. So yeah, just wanted to give like a quick shout out. We had pretty amazing July. And I know that the markets have been, volatile. The whatever is going on with macro, nobody knows. But if we're looking at how many people are actually interacting with the blockchain, are onboarding and kind of using various different applications, we see kind of best months yet. In July was over 20 million active monthly accounts. We also just had worked with Artemis. They added the pretty much meta transactions support in tracking their daily active accounts. And so now it went from like averaging out around 2 million to almost over 3 million daily active users, daily active accounts, at least on a daily basis, which is amazing. Again, this is continues showing growth in the ecosystem, right? We kind of were at about 10 million monthly actives beginning of this year, at about 1 million daily actives. And so this ecosystem continues growing, attracting more users across kind of a number of consumer applications. Next slide. This is a big month for Near, right? We have Chain Signatures going live today. We just kind of pushed out some of comms on Twitter, and you stay tuned for updates from Kendall, as well as a whole live stream about that. And then we have Nightshade 2.0, kind of the phase 2 of sharding. Really this 5-year saga from 2019, really kind of coming to successful end, with Bowen kind of talking a little bit more on how's that gonna unroll on August 22nd. Obviously, there is still a ton of work on the protocol level. There's a ton of work on chain signatures. So all those teams have roadmaps going forward. But this is pretty amazing seeing all of this really coming together this month. And then next slide. So for those who've been kind of asking, okay, so what's going on with AI? I've been tweeting a lot. We have AI office hours. There's been a few different events. And so for those who haven't seen, we have kind of this AI tech stack that we published. This is really mimicking what a Google or OpenAI would have internally. But instead of really building everything in-house, we took a decentralized distributed approach, really finding projects across the ecosystem who would do different pieces of this kind of big job and provide best experience when combined together. And so that's been kind of the work that team's been doing. And so that's what kind of Horizon AI cohort is about, really kind of filling in this stack. Now, the teams are at different level. Some of them already have a product which you can use, like Hyperbolic. Some of them are about data, which you can again also use, like Mizu. Some of them are kind of only getting their products up and going. Some of them are developer platforms and need more folks to build on, for example. And so kind of all of this, if you haven't seen, there was a demo day live streamed from Brussels with kind of every one of them showcasing their products. So if you go to the next slide, oh yeah, this is the slide. I guess there's some synchronization. Yeah, so this is just examples of projects, right, that are filling in the stack, including applications like Cosmos, leveraging user like locally stored data, Bete using AI agents to navigate the whole open web, as well as using chain signatures to send transactions, and kind of quite a few others. So next slide. Now the question was, okay, what is Near doing? And I mean, just for everybody's clarity, Near is the ecosystem. It's not an actor. Same as like, internet is not doing anything or Bitcoin is not doing anything. But Near AI is a team that is kind of on this long-term vision of building out user-owned AI and AGI, and kind of more short-term working toward AI developer. But to really accelerate the research and usage of user-owned AI components and the kind of product that is being worked is called Near AI Hub, and really combines the various products and assets that are being worked on by the whole Web3 AI ecosystem, as well as by existing kind of AI ecosystem. So different compute providers, different data providers.
You've been duped into thinking anything decentralized was ever gonna work. But don't worry, there's a better way. Stop wasting your time with all this blockchain and go back to the norm. Get a latte and stop trying to change the world. Build the future of finance and stop corporate AI. Oh, and this thing in November, Redacted, the hackathon, they're pushing office jobs out there, Everything is working as it should. Is a clown show.
Okay, well, for those who still staying with us and not being programmed by Anonymous, the Near AI Hub is really kind of bringing all of this together. Now, this is still in development. We have some alpha users working on this. Kind of trying it out and giving us feedback, and we're planning to start releasing it as it kind of matures. So stay tuned for more updates there. And finally, to go to the next slide, unless we have another interruption from, is there like Web3 Anonymous version? Yeah, so just wanted to kind of highlight and celebrate kind of ecosystem coming together, as well as, hard work from different teams in Foundation, Pagoda, Proximity, Aurora, and others in Brussels for ECC. We had really good presence. We had Chain Abstraction Day. We have lots of AI presence. We had kind of presentations on main stage, kind of across the board. And so really exciting to see both how much different kind of aspects and coordination we're having. It's important to note that, at least, and personally for me, it's a really big unlock, because my values are about kind of working together, and this competitive state that existed in between different layer ones and layer twos was really kind of very disturbing for me. And the chain abstraction is really nailing that kind of, that mindset is, so outdated. Like, it's so kind of centralized mindset of the competition between layer ones, and instead, why don't we have kind of a common experience, common user base that actually benefits from all of those different technologies being built. And so, it's really exciting to see all of that coming, as well as with Alpha Labs on modularity, really moving this pieces forward, showcasing that we can be near ecosystem, and we can also be working with other layer ones and layer twos. So in a way, kind of punching beyond what I would say people have as layer one frame. And so I'm really excited on what we're building here as Near, not just as layer one blockchain, but actually as this user-owned internet, open web, really getting to that vision that we've been talking about since 2019. So I'll kind of pass it to Bowen to talk about the protocol update.
Thank you very much, Ilya, and congratulations on the Chain Signatures mainnet launch today. Have a good day, sir. Next up, Bowen Wang from the protocol team. I'm just going to unmute you. Oh, sorry. Just going to unmute you, Bowen, and give you the mic. The stage is yours.
Okay, hi everyone. I want to give a quick update on the protocol and the exciting launch of Nightshade 2.0. Peter, yeah. So the Nightshade 2.0, as Ilya alluded to before, the 5 years in the making. Finally, we're launching the new version that will complete the phase 2 of sharding milestone that we envisioned from the very beginning of Near. And it goes without saying that it's the biggest protocol change since we launched mainnet in October 2020. So it will lay the foundation for much better scalability, getting to a lot more shards, and much better single shard performance as a whole. So the release is published yesterday, or actually maybe 2 days ago, and the network is right now in the process of getting upgraded. So it's a decentralized upgrading process, relies on each validator adopting the release. And we will be officially celebrating the 2.0 release on 22nd. So stay tuned for that. Please go to the next slide. Yeah, looking ahead. So now that we have the foundation, the Nightshade 2.0, we can actually try to maximize its potential. So one of the things we're working on is to get to more shards on mainnet. So today we're 6. Hopefully we can get to 10 shards by the end of the year. And that's kind of the horizontal scalability. But then for each shard, we want to significantly improve the performance and the throughput. And so for that, since we have now state access in memory as part of this 2.0 release, we will work on reducing the gas cost, and as a result, improve the throughput and performance significantly compared to what we have today. And also, today smart contracts are still all reside on one shard, and we have some very popular apps in the ecosystem that are getting to tens of millions of users. So we are thinking about sharded smart contracts and actually allow contract developers to fully leverage the power of Near sharding and have their contracts not live on a specific shard, but actually become sharded as well, so that they can scale to hundreds of millions of users. And yeah, to reiterate, the goal has always been to build the most scalable and useful blockchain to support the growth of the Near ecosystem. And I'm super excited about what is ahead of us and what is to come after the 2.0 release. Okay, thank you. I'll pass it back to Peter.
Thank you very much, Bowen. And thank you for shipping at such a pace. It's great to see what you guys are doing. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So next up, we have Kendall from Proximity Labs. Big day, Kendall. The stage is yours.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, super exciting day, as Ilya mentioned. Next slide, please. Can I click there? Cool. Chain signatures are live on mainnet. That is the big launch. Couldn't be more excited. And massive credit to the Pagoda team led by David for getting here. It's been a tremendous amount of work and just the beginning, but it's an exciting milestone. Next slide, please. here is the proof of launch. You can go to this this contract on the NearBlocks Explorer, v1.signer. And this is actually taken a few hours ago before anyone had seen it yet. Now you can see some signature requests that are coming in as so proof that this is actually live. Next slide, please. So yeah, 5 teams are going to be going live today. I won't give you too many details because you should tune into the live stream in about 45 minutes to see the demos from each of them. But it's going to be Sweat, Bita, which is the rebranded Mintbase, Allstake, Diffuse, and here. And then we've got about 15 others actively building across a wide range of use cases, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Next slide, please. So the big TLDR here, quite simple. Chain signatures enable smart contracts to sign transaction. This is a really, really interesting, important new primitive that unlocks a ton of different functionality, particularly in the interoperability space, in the account abstraction space, in the smart contracts and Bitcoin space, privacy. There's a really broad range of use cases here. Next slide, please. This is a diagram about how it all works. I won't really dive into this, but I will be sharing this later so that people can access it. But it kind of shows the architecture. You basically have Near sitting there between the end user or a smart contract and the MPC network. The idea is basically they call a specific smart contract, which is actually v1.signer, with the transaction they want to be signed. The MPC network of a distributed set of nodes basically picks that up, creates a unique signature that only this particular Near account or smart contract can sign for, eventually passes that part back to Near, at which point it can then be sent to the destination chain. For the user, it's really simple. For them, they're just signing transactions on Bitcoin, signing transactions on Ethereum, on Solana. Next slide, please. All right, so just to make it really clear what some of the use cases are, and this is not a comprehensive list, but it is some of the ones we see a lot of teams already building in. Chain agnostic applications. So you'll be seeing multi-chain DEXs that can actually support atomic swaps with extremely low latency between any chain. Super exciting. Not a lot of options out there for that today. You'll see the same thing with multi-chain lending. You'll see the same thing with oracles. It's kind of a brave new world out there with chain signatures where you can write your contracts. You can create one set of contracts on Near and design your application in a way that you can support actually any chain that exists or any chain that will exist, at least using the most popular signature schemes. Second, and certainly an extremely exciting one, is just actually applications for Bitcoin using smart contracts on Near to custody Bitcoin assets and thus acting as effectively smart contracts for Bitcoin. So I expect to see a big push on this coming soon. Atlas just announced that they're launching today. They're building a Bitcoin liquid stake token on top of Babylon. You're going to see lending protocols. You're going to see all manners of bridges. You're going to see swaps. Finally, some utility for runes and a lot of applications like that. And then certainly last but not least, and a lot of the launch partners are tackling this very, very critical problem, which really gets into what Ilya was talking about earlier about making it so users just don't really need to feel the pain or even really know that they're using blockchains at all, or even if they know they're using blockchains, they don't need to feel the friction of each of the different chains. It can be this seamless, unified experience, which is really this idea of multi-chain account abstraction. And many teams are tackling that. All right, and then I think, last slide here. Second to last slide. Cool. So the roadmap today is the mainnet launch. Finally here, exciting day. On the kind of next few months, you'll be seeing EDDSA support roll out. So that's going to extend support of chain signatures to Solana, Ton, Substrate chains, and more. You'll be seeing the transactions per second really increase. It's going to, the goal is basically to match the throughput of a single shard, and eventually that could even be sharded. So looking around, let's say 200 to 300 transactions per second, and then bring the latency down. And then also moving into, expanding the number of nodes that can participate in the network, potentially exploring things like trusted execution environments and spreading things across hardware providers just to maximize the security of the system. And then last slide, just my final shill for the live stream. That is in about 40 minutes now. So please tune in for that if you want to see all these great applications that are going live and learn more about chain signatures. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Kendall. And everyone, remember to tune in at 4 p.m. UTC. It's in 41 minutes. Next up, we got Jared from the Near Foundation telling us a little bit more about the Redacted Hackathon. Please take it away, Jared.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? So I'm here to talk about the Redacted Hackathon. Let's go to the next slide, please. All right, so reclaim your sovereignty, build for the greater good. It's going to be an 8-week online hackathon. Let's go to the next slide. All right, so the movement, the hackathon and the IRL. I want to split between the two. So the hackathon is an 8-week online hackathon starting September 5th. Registrations opened August 1st. So you can already start registering. We already have people doing that. And it's 8 weeks starting September 5th. And then there's also going to be some hacking with some special bounties at the IRL movement in Bangkok in November 9th through 11th. Let's go to the next slide. All right, so let's go on to a little bit of a timeline because I want to just clarify a couple of things here. So registrations have begun. The opening ceremonies are September 5th, and that's going to be really cool. And then October 25th is when the hackathon submission ends. Then there's going to be judging, and then we're going to be giving out awards and all that stuff at the Bangkok IRL movement, the redacted IRL movement on November 9th through 11th. And let's go to the next slide. All right, so the bounties. There's over 500K in bounties. We've got some general bounties down on DevPost and stuff, and then there's going to be more specialized bounties coming out over the next couple of weeks and being released that will involve a lot more with the AI and stuff like that. Next slide. All right, so let's go into the hackathon content themes. And I also want to talk about the tracks that this hackathon has. So the hackathon is going to be 2 high-level tracks, which is chain abstraction, which what a great day today with chain signatures and all that. And then there's also the AI and Web3. So there's those 2 high-level verticals. Now, something interesting with the bounties is we're going to be able to combine the bounties, right? So you can leverage or make a project with chain signatures, use stuff there. You can also grab components from AI projects that will have bounties and stack them, which is a really cool way. And with an 8-week online hackathon, I think this could be a really cool thing. Also, a couple cool things too. Projects that are already building on other chains can also enter in this and build a chain abstraction, leverage some AI components in the projects like that. So that's something really cool too, that multiple chains can do this. This is not just a near focus. This is multi-chain using chain abstraction, and then also leveraging AI and Web3, which is, Near's 2 superpowers. And so there's going to be some content coming out for this. Starting around September 4th, every Wednesday, we're going to have live stream AMAs with different people in the ecosystem, different mentors, different leaders, helping out to discuss different parts of Near to help the devs and the teams build in the most efficient and best way. And this is a tentative content outline, scheduling, stuff like that. But you'll see that it's a good mix between chain abstraction stuff. And then also we're going to get really into the AI and Web3 aspect and really work on a lot of that to sort of bridge that gap and share as much knowledge about that as we can. Because once you start diving into that, it really opens up what projects can do. And it's leveraging Near's total awesome tech. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, you can sign up right now at DevPost. We've got some signups already happening. Be glad to do that. Check that out. And that'll be being updated. We'll be releasing more about the judges and the mentors and the sponsors and the special bounties and all this kind of stuff coming forward. Now, one really high-level thing. You do not have to attend the IRL hackathon to do the 8-week online hackathon. Now, you can do both, and the IRL one will have some special bounties and stuff like that, but we really want to just celebrate the awesome builders at the redacted IRL movement and have some options for hacking there as well. But the main 8-week online hackathon is what we're going for. And last slide. Okay, cool. So if you're a dev, right, and you're not in the Near ecosystem, you're a dev in any ecosystem, and you're looking to connect with the Near dev community, go to the Telegram. This is a great place for any dev to get there. You can find all your resources. There's going to be all sorts of things happening over the next 2 to 3 months. There's going to be boot camps being happened. There's houses, like hacker houses that are getting brought up in different places. There's going to be a whole lot of things happening. So check this out. And if you don't know where to start, just jump in that chat and just ask for Joe. He'll jump in and start helping you, but there's a whole lot of people who will help you there. And cool. So that's everything for the redacted online hackathon. Key date, September 5th is when opening ceremonies. September 20th is when you can start submitting your projects, and it's already available to register. And October 25th is when it ends. Thank you so much, everyone. That's the redacted hackathon.
Thank you so much, Jared. Have a redacted day. See you around. All right. Next one up, we got our very own Elton Tuta from Nuffle Labs. They just raised recently $13 million, leading the modularity narrative on Near, and Elton and his team are killing it. Take it away, Elton.
Hey, do you guys have the slides, by the way, or should I present my own?
You can just present your own
Okay.
if you click on the present button.
Yeah, perfect. You able to see this one? Hey, everyone, I'm Alton. Used to be at the Near Foundation, so very, very core to the Near team. We spun out of Near Foundation and Pagoda teams. I think it was in June publicly, and we're Nuffle Labs. So there's, just to give you guys an idea what we're building, there's two products we've currently, we have NearDA on mainnet and Nuffle Fast Finale there as a testnet product currently. NearDA, just to give you guys a bit of a TLDR, leverages Near's sharded architecture to provide the A layer for rollups. And there are two benefits that we always mention, which is obviously the low costs, and given also Bowen gave some updates about increasing the shard. So we have pretty much very high throughput. So you can pretty much dump almost all rollup data there. And the other thing that we are building currently on testnet, which is the Nuffle Fast Finale layer AVS, it uses NearDA still, but it is actually in the eigenlayer. It is an eigenlayer AVS that allows you to quickly access information from other networks. And I'll explain like how that works in practice. So today, if you have, let's say, if you want to build something on Optimism and Arbitrum and want to deploy contracts there, not on the chain signature sides where you're actually just signing, but more on the smart contract side, the way you can approach sort of like Nuffle eigenlayer AVS is that obviously every rollup has a sequencer. We will actually look at the sequencer and dump that to NearDA. And eigenlayer's job is to only take that sequence and actually agree that the state is going to be the way it is when it finalizes on Ethereum. So what allows you to do this is like you can actually access or do anything on Optimism with actually accessing from Arbitrum. So it allows you to build pretty much fast liquidity flow between different L2s because it finalizes in 3 to 4 seconds. You can build a fast bridge between any L2. You can do stuff like cross-chain lending, or you can even think about a case where there's a Lens network launching. So if you have your state available on Lens, you can build cross-chain applications that finalize pretty fast. So we've been pushing really hard on the announcement/partnership side. So we currently have one on mainnet that's running RSS3, still in, I think in terms of TVL, in number 20 and 25, given the recent, obviously, market changes. But we currently have 16 partners to be launching on NearDA in the next sort of like 2 quarters. But the ones that we recently announced are Alterscope, which is building with Gateway, which is a rollup as a service provider. They'll be using NearDA and the NFFL for their coprocessor for AVSs. Outlayer, we've been working with them for a while, but now we're running a Optimism stack rollup with them on testnet, which is we're testing basically for the customers that's coming to launch on there. Haas network just launched last week. They have an EVM network that comes with native yield like Blast. And the other ones that we're seeing, thanks to obviously Near's push on AI, there's a bunch of folks that are reaching out to us and say, hey, we'd like to use you guys for our AI-specific rollup. And yeah, this is just tip of the iceberg. We're doing a lot more push on the partnership side. And the other thing that we're quite excited about that we just dropped today, which is almost like an AVS to AVS collaboration on the eigenlayer. Radius is a decentralized sequencer, so they pretty much take the up the stack that I showed on the graph, and we take the pretty much on the bottom of the stack. So we combine 2 AVSs to pretty much deliver this decentralized sequencer powered by sort of like a fast finality. So we're quite excited about this. We'll probably push more content on this as we go further. And then the interesting things actually now that we've announced sort of chain signatures, You can, as long as the L2 state is available on NearDA, like the sequence, you can actually send transactions from one L2 to L2. So something that normal chain signatures doesn't cover, but is an additional feature that people are excited about to use. And we haven't done any, obviously, business development there. So we'll consider that going forward. The other thing that we're quite excited about, obviously, NearDA is our to a heart, but some rollups don't end up using NearDA, or so we can actually integrate other DA solutions to build a more general sort of like a Nuffle fast finale layer that anyone can use. So we're quite excited about those aspects. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, Elton. Have a great day and keep killing it. You're doing an awesome job. Next up, we got Ann Ling from Neat and Allstake. Ann Ling, I'm just gonna unmute you and give you the mic, please. Are you there, Ann Ling?
Yes, I'm here. Can I share the screen?
Yes, please. If you just press the present button, you're able to share screen.
All right, can you see it?
We're all good. Take it away.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm excited to share the recent progress of Allstake and also how Allstake can support near-chain signatures and making the cross-chain transaction more seamless and secure. So what's Allstake? So we are the pioneers of mass restaking, which means users can restake their native tokens on the native chains without the need of bridging. So we support a wide range of assets like LSTs, LRTs, LP tokens, even stablecoins on various chains, including Near, Solana, Bitcoin, and more. And then what's unique about Allstake is that first, as I mentioned, that we are the mass restaking. So, which means, users can restake various assets without need of bridging, and also it's more efficient, which reduces the overall cost of security. And then most importantly, we are supporting chain signature, which means by utilizing chain signature, we facilitate cross-chain interoperabilities. And also we support like non-smart contract chains, such as BTC, Dodge, and XPR. Sorry, my internet is a little bit lacking. And then here I'll just share here's a showcase of the Allstake Hub. Sorry, let me refresh it. Okay, sorry about that. So here's a showcase of the Allstake Hub. So the core component of Allstake is this, which is a fork of the Eigenlayer built on Near protocol that manage all the ABS and operators and user risking data. And then for operators, we can register different ABS on Near and also receive delegations from different chains. And then for Bitcoin chains, we allow users to restake BTC to Allstake via addresses controlled by chain signatures. And then here is an example of cross-chain communications between Near and Solana. So to make sure AVS can utilize all the delegation data to calculate operator seeds, rewards, slashes, so we synchronize operators' delegation data to Allstake hub via light clients and other solutions such as Wormhole. And here are some highlights about Allstake. First, we avoid the single asset risk by using multiple assets, to increase the stability. And then the second is cross-chain composabilities. So we enable each chain to generate its own decentralized trust, allowing users on each chain to help secure the AVS. And then the third is the sustainable tokenomics. So we boost the earnings by staking AVS tokens, issue incentives across chains with standardized conditions. And then lastly, the validator device diversification. So by attracting validators from multiple chains, we enhance the decentralization and resilience. I'll walk through some use cases. So the first is the cross-chain bridges. So this is especially beneficial for native asset cross-chain bridges, which requires multi-asset liquidity. And then the second is the shared sequencers. So the shared sequencers that serves different chains and environment can get unparalleled security from Allstake. And then the third is the decentralized intent software network. So for chain signature solutions powered by Near, and then combined with the decentralized intent software network, this will create a highly secure and user-friendly chain abstraction infrastructure. And which drives mass adoptions for Web3, making it easy and safe for anyone to interact with decentralized apps. And then finally is the omni-chain exchanges. So for off-chain order books that receives deposit from multiple chains, we can decentralize their infrastructure by using Allstake to channel the security from the chain they serve. And then as of the timeline, so we allow deposit and stake on Near, Solana, and other and ETH and EVMs right now. And then we're building the restaking hub on Near, and hopefully soon we will be able to support the decentralized IPC and then contribute to the chain signature on Near. We also have a team of core builders from top projects like Near and EOS, and also some leading DeFi protocols and big tech companies. And we also have an amazing lineup of advisors and partners. Ilya is our angel investors, and also Tina, the ex-product at Eigenlayer, she's advisor, and Danny, the partner at MetaWeb, and the ex-director at ConsenSys, she's also advisor and supporters. So Allstake is live now. You can deposit your LSDs on Near, Solana, and in addition to the 9% staking rewards already earning through Near, you can get additional Allstake points. So go ahead and try it out. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, and
I'll get back.
Super interesting to follow your progress. Really good work. So next up, we have Robert from Plato. Robert, I put you on stage. It's all yours. Excited to hear what you guys are doing.
Awesome. Can you also share my screen as well? I think I'm.
Yeah, if you just click the present button, I'll add it to the stage. Oh, you already did. Sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much. Good GM everyone. So we are Plato. My name is Robert, Plato Robert. We are all about gamified dining. So thanks for the unlike the previous presenter, which did a great job. We're all about IRL, and instead of staking, we're all about having stake. And so what does that mean? Really, what we wanted to do is fix the data around our food. Not enough people actually leave a review. There are a lot of silo data, like your purchase data. And unfortunately, it's very easily faking Google Map review, Yelp review, TripAdvisor review. And why does that matter? Well, because that actually hurts a lot of the businesses, including your local restaurant, when not enough data is there, and a small number of fake data can really skew Google ratings and how people choose. And so what we wanted to do is, through gamified dining, bring people into in-person dining and collect the data around our food. And since the theme is around AI and chain abstraction, it's all about creating this unique data set around our food so that we can actually provide a very personalized suggestion when you go out and dine. And so with that said, let me do a quick demo of our application, which is in beta, but at the same time is live on both iOS and Google Play Store. So what you see here is actually my real phone on my iPhone. And so the first thing that I want to show is the idea that you can go and check in at real restaurant. And we support 15 million restaurants around the world. So whether you're in Lisbon, whether you're in Taipei, Taiwan, whether you're in New York City, you can use our app to go and try it out. And so I'll just kind of show very quickly. So this is a development build. We typically have geofencing turned on because I'm not actually at a restaurant right now. But basically what you can do, you can actually check in at a particular restaurant, which then allows you to capture food photos and, most importantly, capture receipt. Now, eating is a very social activity. And so we actually build the ability for you to invite people around your table and allows you to actually share this experience. And you can only capture one receipt instead everybody have to capture receipt. So it's a really cool social way of us sort of sharing the app. And what we've seen is a typical Web3 users in the last 2 weeks have been able to bring on at least 3 different people per Web3 users. And most of those users that they're bringing on are actually Web2. Now, in terms of all this data that we've collected, what does that do? So there are 2 things. Obviously, one is a gamification. So as you can see, you can earn and claim different badges as you go along. And so we have this idea of pioneer, meaning that you're the first one in Plato to check in and capture receipt at a particular restaurant. You will earn pioneer badges. And if other people have been there, but it's your first time to go there, then you earn a adventure badge. We have other badges like Big Spender, Referral Rockstar, and so on and so forth. We also have Unchained badge that basically we started to do. So for example, if you love American food, or if you love French food, if you've been to 3 different of that cuisine, you can earn these different badges. And what does that matter? Well, because all these reputation and badges really serves the way that we can actually train our data. And so we know who to pay attention to. So for example, this is the personalized food recommendation that I was talking about. The data that we get, we use that to personalize suggest where you should go next to eat. And so, for example, if you ask ChatGPT or Gemini, what's the best pizza place in Lisbon, you and I and a lot of people will get the same result set. Why? Because it's not personalized. And number 2, it's likely wrong recommendation because it was actually trained on outdated food blogs and food articles. But what we do is, since we know how much you spend, what type of restaurants you got to go to, what kind of cuisine you go to, how far you usually go, then we can actually tell you what is something that you should try based on your previous behavior. So as you can see, you can automatically get some insight without actually having to read any review. And the last thing I would share with you is, as you're combing through different restaurants, typically what you wanted to know is what are some of the dish that you must get. And so we actually comb through our own user data that is actually verified by purchase to give you that personalized suggestion. So with that, I would say I would love for you to try our app by scanning the QR code here, and we'd love to see you at the next restaurant. And the one last thing I wanted to present here is that we just rolled out our live map. And as you can see, this is a live map around the world where everybody, where people are eating. And so the green dot is the live eaters. And we've been able to get significant traction around people in Japan. So really lots of communities in Web3 are really trying us out IRL. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Peter. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Robert. Great to see a live product. Keep up the good work. Excited to use Play-Doh for my next dining experience. All right. Next up, we have Thunderhood. And I'm not going to go too much into detail about this because Pepe will do so. So, Pepe from Thunderhood, the word is yours.
Hey, nice to meet you. Okay, can you do me a favor, Peter? You can show me help me to show the screen, because I have input all the slide here.
Yes, so if you add your screen at the very bottom, you can click present. You can add your screen, and then I'll add it to the stage.
Oh, really? I have also, okay, I can share the screen here. Just wait me a minute. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen.
Okay, so I will take the present slideshow. Okay, so really nice. It's an honor to be here, present with you guys about Thunderhood. So what exactly Thunderhood? Thunderhood is a meme coin marketplace for. Oh, sorry, just wait me a minute. Okay, so sorry for the obstruction. Okay, so I will introduce you guys to the Thunderhood, meme coin marketplace on the ecosystem. So at Thunderhood, you can trade, generate the coin, experience leverage stuff, and cross-chain, basically all in one place. As one of the first meme coin marketplace on here, we offer a robust platform that empower users to launch their own coin and trade meme coin to earn your benefit. Maybe Thunderhood isn't a marketplace. It isn't just a marketplace. It is a vibrant community of like-minded individuals passionate about the meme coin world. After this, I will show you how why you guys should be a part of Thunderhood with the meme coin revolution on here. So okay, for the first thing, I will describe how why we're building Thunderhood for the meme coin marketplace, because we realized that everybody is falling in love with the meme coin, and we offer a place that everybody can go on and trade the meme coin, also generate their own coins. So basically that's also because we see the user demand and we create the product. So yeah, and what exactly we offer? We have 5 main feature for all the playground on the Thunderhood. So about the swap, you guys can easily to go to the Thunderhood marketplace for find your favorite coin to swap and make some benefit maybe, and with the token generation, you guys can easily to generate a token under 1 minute in our platform. And besides that, we also plan to develop some feature in next step, for example the leverage, because we want to maximize the for profit for you guys, and also the cross-chain, because Nia also right now doing some chain signatures. So we would love to build a feature for everybody everybody can bring the access from other ecosystem to onboard like millions of like user from other ecosystem also. So and the finally is the stake feature, because like when you buy a coin and buy in the culture and you don't want to like sell the token, like why not like put some into the stake pool so we receive more and more benefit, right? So okay, because we are on the testnet phase, so we have like we just like offer two option is like swap and also generation, and we will like release more feature in the future when we like when we are ready for that, because we are on the researching phase right now. Okay, so I will like go that deep into current feature for the Tenderhood. So the first thing will be the generation. So um, basically it's really easy to like generate a token on Tenderhood. You just like go to the launch page on our platform, and then you fill out all the like information about the name, symbol, and also the supply, token icon, and social media into the form, and then and then you have to like input an amount of USDC for like liquidity, right? Because and and where will the liquidity goes? It will like totally entirely lock, because we want to like protect the user from the rug pull. So we will lock all the USDC that you deposit into the liquidity pool. So it's like create a safe playground for everybody. And beside the basic feature, we also have some advanced feature like and I will tell it in the next slide. Like yeah, okay, about the swap. We design all the UI like to make the best experience when using the like our platform. You guys can easily to go to our platform and choose the favorite coin to buy, or if you are like a professional trader, you can also like checking the chart and analysis for like to buy the dip or like sell the sell the top. Okay, so like we offer all the things for you guys to like trade and make benefit or anything else, like yeah, optimize all the like experience for user. So the question is what makes us different, right? So uh for for the first thing, we will not like provide the bonding curve, because like for example, if you are familiar with the meme coin, you have to know Pump Fund on Solana, right? So they are offering a bonding curve for user when go to the Radium, but we will not like offer the bonding curve, because like we when you deposit a money amount of money for liquidity is totally gone. You cannot withdraw or you cannot like add more liquidity. So it's like we give you a like stable for the liquidity pool. And also for the burn tax, I have mentioned the advanced feature in a previous like, right? So this could be the feature what make it different, like the burn tax will tap into directly into the um, token supply. For example, when you like sell an amount of token, and it will be burned up to the rate that you fill into the as an option. That means the token supply will be reduced, and it's like really good for user because when the supply reduced, the price would go up, right? Okay, so about the sell tax is like tap directly into the generator. So how it work, like when you guys sell, when you guys are user and you get bought token and you sell it, and when and generators set up like sell tax rate, and you guys have to pay that tax for the generator. So basically the generator will farm from you guys the text, but it's like but the reason why we create this feature, because like we want to protect the benefit for the generator also, because when they create a LP, they have to like give their money lock, right? So that's why we like create the sell tag feature. So, and about the vesting, it's basically really to like best explanation for the vesting. For example, if you like have 1,000 USDC and you create 1,000 token supply with a duration of 5 days, each day with a duration of 5 day vesting, each day the LP our mechanism will like auto add to the LP $200 for each day in the duration of 5 days. So what do you mean? Like when you buy the token, that tomorrow like we'll have more USDC to add into the LP. So that means the token price will go up, right? So that's why. So why don't you like buy today and wait for the pump tomorrow, right? So that is the vesting. And what will like the next step for the Tenderhood? We will like focus on the product only and release more and more feature, and also beside that to like make some incentive for users and also our like early contributor. We will like release a point system for everybody to like estimate your contribution to Tenderhood, and maybe you guys can receive something reserved with what you like contribute for us, right? So actually like right now on Tenderhood, you guys can go to Tenderhood testnet right now to test it out. And right now on Tenderhood there is a token with the ticker point. I really don't know like Zerd have Zerd is like the foundation of like the founder of Tenderhood, but he like have created a point ticker, but I don't know why. But I have like grabbed some from myself. Maybe it will be something, right? So like just go on our like testnet to check it out and gives us some feedback also, because we are on testnet, so we appreciate all the contribution from you guys to make it like complete the product, right? Okay, so once again, thank you so much for inviting us today, Nearweek team, to like present with all the new ecosystem about Tenderhood. And thanks you guys, thanks on the audience here, like giving time for listening to us. So yeah, really appreciate that. Is the owner of my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for presenting Thunderhood. Everyone go check testnet.thunderhood.com out. It sounds like it's going to be worth it. We are almost at the end, and remember that the Chain Signatures live stream is launching in less than 2 minutes. Before you go, remember to scan this QR code. It's the Abstract Them All Near Community Shard Dog campaign, which is launching today. Short summary, there are 14 different NFTs / shard dogs for 14 different chains, of which you can collect one per day during the next 2 weeks. There'll be a raffle for NFT holders, and there's a prize pool. Each NFT collected is a raffle ticket. Collecting all of them will give you a 3x boost. So follow Near's channels closely for the next 2 weeks. Claim them all and participate to win. Lastly, I want to say, dear Near friends, let's keep on showing the world what the Near ecosystem is made of. Keep being you. With a steady grind and elite execution, top 10 is destined. Doers attract doers. We're extremely impressed by the Near community. Make sure to help each other out and play it safe. And remember that none of what has just been presented and said should be construed as financial advice. As always, do your own research and follow Nearweek if you want to stay up to date on everything that moves Near protocol, and follow the lore of the Black Dragon. See you all next month. Bye, fellas.